Sure.
And 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, fellow art nerds, and welcome to the Pin Clique. I'm your host, Anna, and we are about to begin episode 5 of season number 3 of the Pin Clique. Let me see. Thank you for tuning in and checking us out. I'm cheating and looking. Tonight's theme is famous folks as animals. So you know how some people look like their pets or other exotic animals. You just look at them and an animal pops to mind. Well, tonight we're going to see the celebrities these artists picked and what their warped artistic brains have done to mash these two up. If you are new to the Pin Clique, the way it works is every month we have a new topic and the artists get the prompts. They do amazing things to it and present it to you guys and blow our minds every month, pretty much. It's if you've never been here before, you are in for a happy surprise. If you've been here before, thank you for joining us. I want to say a quick shout out to our sponsors who help promote us throughout the year. We've got VisionCon Pop Culture Convention that has been celebrating fandom since 1990. We've got Tremendicon, the Multimedia Creators Convention, getting ready to follow up a very successful debut convention from last year. Playco Games, a tabletop game publishing company, bringing small box, quick play, family fun games to your table. And Clever Kaiju, a production team of visual artists that collaborate, educate, and inspire a community of artists both online and in person. And you will be learning more about each sponsor throughout the evening. Mini commercials that, you know.
You can't escape
unprofessionally. Right now, though, I am going to bring out this month's clique and start introductions with, I don't know, is everybody on screen yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Daryl.
I think one time I introduced my co-host, Mr. Gary Bedell, and he said hi before he was on screen.
That's very.
Say hi, Gary.
That's probably very likely.
Yeah, it's very likely.
Hey, Internet Land! Thank you for joining us again for another episode of the Pin Clique.
All right, and we have got a group of wonderful artists joining our clique this month. Some familiar faces, some callback. I can't think of the right word. They've been here before, but they haven't been here in a while. Faces and a brand new face. So first up, we got Nate Howard.
Oh, hi.
We have got James Rutherford. Cliff Gamble.
Woo!
Haley Codling is back this month.
Woo.
Thank you.
Eric E. Danger Wright is back after a short hiatus.
He's still alive.
We've got Josh Meter back. He hasn't been here since season 2. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back, man.
John Osborne is making his Pin Clique debut.
Hello. Thanks for
What's
having
up?
me. Excited
Thanks for
to be
coming,
here.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and then Daryl Clonch is back. We've seen him twice tonight, and he keeps disappearing. So we're hoping he's going to pop in.
Should we message him? Have we messaged him?
You know, somebody maybe wants to message him because if he emailed me, I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna be able to open that while I'm trying to talk at the same time. No, not gonna happen.
You got one more. We got Cliff.
Yep.
I think I introduced Cliff. Did I miss you?
Did you?
Oh, you got me.
Okay.
Huh.
I thought we
Pay
missed
attention,
you.
Gary.
Okay. I was like,
Pay
no.
attention.
Well, that's a good problem to have. Like, you know.
That's true. That's true. So, what did you guys think of this month's prompt? Was it hard to find a person and an animal you wanted to combine?
It was the hardest prompt. For me, it's the hardest prompt from all 3 seasons.
Me
Every
too.
single prompt we've done, this is probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
It's not something that I normally ever do. Like, I don't do people. I don't do caricatures. I don't, you know. So really, it was the animal that had to inspire the person, not the other way around.
Really?
For me. It was just like, I
Anybody
wanted to
else?
draw this creature, but it's also like, who would fit that? And it came naturally to me. It's kind of low-hanging fruit for me, but
They come to you in a dream.
But it was just like one of those things where it's like I said, I was in a situation where I didn't know if I should or could present. So I whipped something up real quick, and I'm pretty proud of it. But it's like, thankfully, as soon as I had the idea, it was one of those just knock it out sort of thing. So it actually went really well. But coming up with the idea of it was definitely unnatural for me.
I heard somebody say no, it wasn't hard. I thought. Who said that?
I said it was hard.
Yeah.
I heard you say hard. Maybe you're saying something.
But the kind of what Nate was saying, like I always looked at the celebrity and then the animal. So it's kind of cool that you think the other way around on that.
Well,
okay.
I wonder how many of you guys did that tonight. Like how many of you guys approached that tonight? I like to make sure you mention that when you show your piece.
Yeah.
Did the person inspire you, then the animal, or was it the animal then the person? And it's hard. This exercise was hard. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face.
Well, the few I've seen, that's the thing. Like James, yours, when you told me what you were going to do and showed me a little sneak peek, I saw it immediately, but I never in my brain, I don't think would have put those two things together on my own. But then you showed me, I'm like, that's perfect. You know? So actually, would you like to start since I called you out?
Yeah,
that's fine. I can go first.
yeah. Set the benchmark, man.
He's like, this whole thing is awesome, and you'll see it later tonight.
All right, so
I'm not gonna
keep them waiting.
Did you start with the animal or the person?
I kind of started with both. I kind of knew I was torn between two celebrities, and I was thinking about Burt Reynolds just because. And
We all do. It's understandable.
Yeah, it's kind of that was what I had to dream about, Haley. But
I went a different direction, and when I chose the person that I chose, it's like, okay, I just looked at his face for a little bit and I'm like, okay, what animal do I think? And then it's like, okay, it hit me within 5 minutes. So it was pretty quick. So I'm going to share, but I'm not going to say who the celebrity is.
Do we have to guess?
Says host disabled participant sharing.
Oh, that used to just be automatic. I think that fixes it.
I'm so excited to see this.
I'm excited to see everybody's. Oh my goodness.
It's such an interesting just picture to begin with. It doesn't even matter who it is.
That's great.
Any ideas?
Is
it Neil Gaiman?
Yeah, it's Neil Gaiman.
It's the hair. The hair was the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the back
You
side of
can
the eyes.
see it. You can see it for sure.
Yeah, you got that smug, that confused,
Oh
almost
my god!
shocked look
I
in his
love
eyes.
the Painterly style too.
Like I said, it's completely not something I normally do. Normally, it's cartoon outline style. This one I wanted to just kind of have fun with. So
I love
just-
the gesture.
I wanted to
color
jump in
choice,
with those
too.
textures and then build up form on top of it.
Yeah, man, that's a print, dude.
I can't unsee that.
I know, I love it.
Yeah, there's so many tones in there. You have so many layers in your colors.
Yeah.
That
Honestly, you're gonna think it's funny because I always work in layers, and
Yeah.
my layer count's like 6.
that's still layers, man.
Wow.
But not my normal, like everything's on its own layer, because I
Yeah.
wanted to. It's like I wanted to have no undos on this point.
That
Right
sounds
now,
like
the
an
only
artist
thing is
that arts
they're-
because they actually enjoy it. They like to explore it, not a designer like like making themselves sick over their piece.
I love that style and all the colors that look like they're almost underneath
Hmm
the
Yeah.
strokes.
That's a nice underpainting.
Yeah.
That hair is interesting, man. So like, what inspired it? Did you like just find a brush and you're just like, oh yeah, hell yeah, or did you build it? Like, how did?
I used. I was trying to find something to do fur with, and I kept using the or the dot brushes, and I made a couple, and I'm like, this sucks. But the ones that I did use were the ones for the hair, and those were just triple dot brush, just 3 dots and a triangle. But no, the rest are just texture brush, just single brushes, just randomly. I set a color palette and just randomly grabbed textures and halftone patterns and just threw them on top of my line art, and then just started painting on top of them, and then underneath them to blend them.
I just look close enough to see the little beard.
And just that concerned smug look combo, like Rachel Norton on Facebook, he's scrungely, as the kids say in quotations, scrungely. Obviously I'm no kid, I had no idea, but
That's a new word
they're
for
not
me.
wrong.
Yeah.
I wish I had thought to ask you guys to also have your inspiration photo.
Oh,
show
what,
side by
what we
side.
went off of?
Yeah.
I could probably Google it real quick.
Yeah.
I just kind of looked at the person's features and stuff.
Right,
and just
yeah,
made a basic caricature off of that.
There was only there's a set of eyes that I was looking for specifically.
See, I know I'm worried that some of these I'm not going to know the celebrity, so it's going to be hard for me.
But once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Well, at first I
That's
thought
the
it
cool
was.
thing about it.
It's like, I don't know, is that Tim Burton? But he's like, it's not dark enough. It's not
Yeah,
gothy
I
enough.
know.
That was my first thought actually too.
So-
Was Tim Burton?
But I saw the eyes, and I just saw that really perplexed but like determined combo. That it's like, is that?
You know what though? Tim Burton would be a good buddy koala to draw next to him.
He's just a downer. Is the koalas aren't already sad enough?
Oh.
I like how this looks like it was just painted on a piece of paper.
Mm.
Like it almost doesn't even look digital.
What was this done in? Is this
This is Photoshop.
Photoshop? You
Yeah.
do that on your
Yeah,
desktop
see?
or mobile?
Huh?
Was this desktop or mobile?
Oh, it was just on the desktop.
Right on.
And that underpainting is nice.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know
Very
if the mobile could do half
expressive,
the
like,
stuff.
Super
Oh.
expressive.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching a few videos and some other artists, and one guy was talking about painting, and he's like, just let it go. He says, don't even think about it. Just look at shapes and block them in.
Mhm.
So, and I've always liked the textures. So I was like, okay, how can I do that? And just sling them in there. I did a bunny rabbit a while back and never finished it. So I figured maybe this would be a good way to,
Really like this style.
so.
Man, I hope you do
Wow.
more with this technique, man. And like,
Ah.
did you enjoy the process?
It was kind of frustrating a little bit trying to figure out, because I'm used to doing, painting a different way, like watercolor, or
Yeah.
not sloppily, more control, you know what I mean? So everything was supposed to have a place. This one here, it was like, okay, I got to just slap it in. And at first it started, it's like, well, it's got to look like real fur. And I'm like, oh, hell. So it's got to be this stuff.
Draco is popping in on Facebook. To me, Neil Gaiman seems more like a romantic goth, and Tim Burton is kind of an evolved, mature baby bat goth. I want to see puppets of these, both of them, side by side.
Oh.
They can sing like a little puppet show. That would be awesome. That's
It'd be
funny.
a toss up on who's got the neatest hair.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, no, let's see. You took my hair. You took my hair. It's kind of like what is it?
And then Robert Smith from The Cure walks in and says, "No,
you
both
took my hair. Oh my gosh, there was a celebrity death match a long time ago. There was Scott Stapp versus Eddie Vedder, and it was just like, you took my voice, and they were just going back and forth.
Things to look up after the show. Let me write this down.
Also, another prompt for the future: celebrity deathmatch.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
but that's the thing. We have to get Adam in there, and he's going to actually make like a model, or even get Jeff Kessinger, and they'll make clay models. And then we'll have to animate them, and then the whole snowball will roll.
Oh, Oh, months of production.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
Anybody in the mood to go next, or am I picking?
Oh, you should pick. I
Well,
like
then
it.
Haley should go. She spoke up.
Oh.
She's like, I am
This is my
sick
trick this
with
year.
myself.
I'll trick someone into speaking.
This is why I never. This is why I don't raise my hand in class.
Yeah, this is why she doesn't come. This is why I disappeared.
All right. So, did you say you have two?
Yeah, I did. I'll show you in the order that I
Animal first, then person, or person then animal?
person then animal.
You want us to guess who it is?
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all your goodies. Look at that. Ooh wee.
Well, you won't be able to guess who it is
Scandal.
From the first one I did.
Now, wait. What was the title you said we should have used? That I loved.
Oh, I just said celebrity furries.
Oh,
Celebrity furry. That's one. Hi, Lord. Welcome in.
Oh, nice.
So this one was actually the second one I did. I didn't mean to show this one first, but here we are.
That's awesome.
Can you guess who it is?
Is that Tilda Swinton?
definitely.
It is absolutely Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
Nice.
That's great.
Well, my first thought when I saw the prompt was like, I'm gonna draw Dee Reynolds as a bird from It's Always Sunny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like her
Nice.
nickname, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I thought of Tilda Swinton, and she kind of looked like a bird. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's awesome.
Dude,
Oh,
This
what's the
is
guy that
great.
Oh, he was the last male doctor before the female stepped in. I don't remember the actors.
Oh,
That's
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah,
Or
Peter
Peter
Capaldi. I
Capaldi.
thought he would be a bird.
Yeah.
That's one I considered too. But I also, yeah.
no, this was
This
Can
is
I
a good
talk
one.
about how awesome that painted skin texture looks? in,
Yeah.
like that lighting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rachel Tilda the harpy.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a little smile in
those
there.
brush strokes are so nice too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like down there by the neck, like if you look at the bounce lining on the neck there, like that's
Mhm.
nice. That's real nice.
I like how
You
the
can
feathers on the
see-
neck match her hair, so it like
Yeah.
it blends together. It ties
I
together.
was trying to, because I didn't just want to draw her with a beak on her face. And so I was trying to think of a way. You can kind of see, this was the reference image that I used.
Nice.
You can kind of see.
Yeah, as I was just saying that, I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh,
what
wow.
she would look like as a bird.
Yeah,
That's
that's a cool
Yeah.
sketch too.
I love
That beak is wicked, yeah.
It's
in shock and awe.
So you made a pretty big change from the beak shape.
Yeah, so this is, yeah. I went in color first, and then I went into the black and white to get values, animals, stronger, and then I did some airbrushing to get some skin tone back in. Started going a little bit on the details. I did some color adjustments right here. and then I was
I like
going
how you
appropriate.
extended her neck.
So
Like it's already a pretty
Yeah.
long neck, but
Yeah.
this one was done on Procreate on the iPad, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the other
Love
one
that.
was done in Clip Studio
I love that.
oh my.
on my
Wow.
computer.
Wow.
And so this was the first one I did because I was thinking of when she was Gabriel from Constantine,
Yeah, yeah.
and she was this crazy
Oh.
like angel, and so I was like, oh, I'll make her a bird. She looks like, bird, and then it just ended up not looking like her. But I liked the piece. and
No,
so
yeah,
I
you should
kept
totally
it.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
Look
was
at you knocking
I
out
love your
con-
brush strokes. Your
Yeah.
brush strokes are so nice. And it's like they do so much for a piece too. They still like show like a lot of detail, but they're just like these really nicely executed.
You can
brush strokes.
clearly see somebody making decisions, but
Yeah.
I like
Each
the
one is
highlights in those
placed
wings. They
perfectly.
add a lot of shape to them, like a lot of dimension to them.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you should do prints of that. It's nice.
Aaron Ashford,
It's
very
one of
nice,
those where
Haley.
it's like, I guess I'll finish it up whenever I get to it. Oh, get out of here.
You see Aaron Ashford, very nice, Haley. I love how the light catches the hair on the back of the head. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's awesome.
Thanks, y'all.
What's up, Aaron?
But
Figured I overachieved this one time, seeing I
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
That was
Fail
awesome.
it's like you're trying to make us look bad.
I'll make it up.
And that wasn't even the one I saw. Like that was like I would have like not submitted if I. This is probably why we shouldn't peak.
Uh, you guys, too hard on yourselves. Really quick, I want to shout out to one of our sponsors. Got to squeeze in 4 between all these guys.
Mm.
That's why it's good when we have more artists, even though it makes the show longer. I have more time to squeeze these in.
Yeah,
Well,
But,
or if you want, we can do 2 and 2. So we
yeah.
don't
Just go
have
2 and 2.
commercial- Yeah, just do 2 and 2. If you
well,
want.
then we should wait
Okay.
because it's gonna mess it up.
Okay, screw it. Then just do 1 now, and then we'll do the other one.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the other 2 together.
We'll figure it out.
Effort, we'll do it live.
Yeah. No, we'll do the math live. Let's not. We could have figured this out, but no, we're gonna wait until we're already.
Oh my. Oh yeah, and I just
Keep the
remembered
regular formula.
I was supposed to share a screen to show this. Yeah, I don't think I did that last month. We're gonna start with VisionCon Pop Culture Convention. See, and that's where I'm confused. I don't know if I'm showing a screen or a tab, to be honest.
The option should show the tab itself.
I think. Can you see that tab?
Yep.
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 Is it VisionCon?
Yep.
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 Okay, then something worked. Yay! VisionCon is a pop culture convention taking place in downtown Springfield, Missouri, that has been celebrating fandom since 1990. They've been from Springfield to Branson, back to Springfield. They used to be end of April, beginning of May, but they have moved to October. So this fall, on Friday the 13th, we will have 3 days of pop culture fun. What fandoms do they celebrate? All of them. If you anything pop culture you're a fan of, you are probably going to see it at VisionCon. And this family-friendly convention is put on every year so fans can get together and have some fun while also raising money for local charities. Because VisionCon is all volunteer, nonprofit. And this year, all of their proceeds will be going to Abundant Blessing, which is an extremely wonderful children's charity here in Southwest Missouri. So tickets are on sale now at visioncon.net. And be sure to follow them on all their social media. Keep an eye on the website for when those guest announcements start rolling out. And Clever Kaiju will be there with many of these artists from the Pin Clique. So
You can't miss
check
us.
out VisionCon. Check out the gang at VisionCon. And I lost. Oh no, there it is. Lost the button that said stop sharing screen.
Mine's always on the other screen, and I'm like looking at the wrong screen. I'm like, I think I figured this out by now.
Wait,
I'm
what
the
am I
tech guy,
showing?
damn it. Yeah.
But now back to the show.
Dana, you gotta choose.
I was waiting for somebody to talk, but Haley, you
No.
already went.
No,
Ruined
I'm
it.
saving everyone else. For the trick.
I can go. I ain't afraid.
Okay.
Girl Claude!
See, anybody's mouth moving.
Volunteers as tribute. See, the rest of us knew your strategy, Deanna. All of us are like, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Say you're not afraid. You got to go slap that new toy you bought on your back and do that.
I'm not,
Well, now this
I'm
doesn't
not-
need
I'm-
context at all, actually.
I'm not
It's on
falling.
back.
I'm not falling for the old candy bar under the box trick.
Again.
There's a candy bar? Get out of my way.
All right, Daryl, did you start with celebrity or with animal?
I start with a celebrity.
Mm.
Let's see. Here. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And
Wow.
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 those colors are awesome.
Did you guys see the flash of who it was? You got a hint.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her, but yeah.
I bet you are, but I swear she looks different. Different
Was she
times
in
of the
the
year.
Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And the
Yeah.
menu, she's been in a lot
Well,
of
you,
stuff.
and you
Yeah.
worked on that one, right? You worked on Queen's Gambit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't actually think about that. when I,
Look,
when
I
picked it.
probably visited your IMDb more recently than you. Like, it's
Yeah.
not weird, okay?
It's not a thing. Don't think about it.
You didn't remember having to stare at her for hours on end?
No. No, honestly, it was Emma, I think she was in, like the new one of that, or Last Night in Soho. But
Yeah, I
she's
saw
always kind of
Mm.
struck me as looking either like a bird or a lizard.
Yeah.
And since because I think it's the white set eyes and
Right,
a small
just the
nose, but
sheer
since I
size of
did
them,
the Bushimi bird, I decided to go.
Bushimi bird. Hello, fellow birds.
No.
Oh man, yeah. Brooke,
used,
Rachel, and Lauren knew her exactly right away. They immediately just popped in.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I used I think it was a plumed basilisk for my color.
Oh yeah,
whatnot. So
it's so beautiful. And yeah, we got comments already on the scales. On the
well,
scale.
as it always happens, this week got stupid busy. And I'd had this idea in my head for a couple of weeks, but hadn't actually started because that's who I am as a person. So I started like trying to do like a painterly scale and thought it was pretty good. And I showed my 6-year-old and I was like, hey, does it look like she's got scales? And she goes, no, it looks like she's just got dots all over. So I went back in.
So you hand drew the scale textures in?
Well, this is an image I warped, but the rest of it is me
Like
painting, trying to get it to look right.
Like on her nose, like what is that on her nose? Was that done by hand? Is that
Yeah,
the
that's
plates?
this is all me.
That's so impressive. Like that, and that's the thing, being the focal point of the piece, like having that as clear as it is, it's really impressive, man. The layered plates, that's the perfect spot for that's a perfect ridge.
Thanks.
I mean, that's the thing, is you only capture a couple of major details and the rest of it is just accent, you know, like you get those major details just right and it sells it. And
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that you use the yellow scales to accent like her cheekbones
Mhm.
a little bit and like her brow, like that's where it lies. Is like the brows, especially like the eyes. When you get the eyes down of the person, you've nailed it.
yeah,
I feel like.
That's what I realized with the Bushimi one was like if I didn't have the eyes just right, it didn't quite look like
right.
it. So
Dude, I would yeah, I'd post this around, I'd tag her in it. Let's see if we can get a response. I think all of us.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because some
You
of
guys
these are going to
should
be
all
funny, but
tag-
some of these, like, she would want to see this.
oh,
I
nice.
think you guys should all tag and just see what we get.
Well,
Right,
we'll
because
get there
you
when you
guys-
see mine, I guess.
Well, that's it.
We'll see. Well,
We'll see.
Let's I kind of approached it like a portrait painting, but it made me wonder as I was going, like I'm no good at like caricature, and so I didn't even
Right.
consider doing it that way.
Yeah.
But then like especially after seeing James, it kind of made me wonder like that approach, like portrait versus caricature, on how people would go the animal route and just different thought processes.
I don't know, man. You might land her a deal. Like, this is one of those, like, potential movie concept pieces. Like, well, this is what you would look like if you had a lizard character.
If you play in V,
Like, I swear, if
Well,
you're going to be like you're probably going to be working the VFX on her movie as her as a lizard, just shaking your head like, why?
Dude,
Why
Rick
did I plant
Baker-
this seed?
Rick Baker works like that. He will take a portrait of someone and like paint and draw over the face and stuff. I mean, it's awesome. If you follow him on Instagram or look at some of the stuff he was doing, when he worked on the first Men in Black, he was showing like how he was creating monsters. He was just taking pictures of people and using like the warp tool, like really basic stuff that we would think it's like what now, but he's gone to where he paints over his pictures and stuff, and it looks awesome. And he does a lot of his work that way. So this is right up that alley, man, for creature fabricators and stuff. This is perfect, Daryl.
yeah,
This is
nice.
so well done, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty. Now, since you kept mentioning it, I got to share the Bushimi bird.
The Bushimi bird.
We
It
never
was at the
saw it
beginning of
yet.
the I had it on the main page too when we first started, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. I was just like, well, there you go. You just completely disarmed yourself. There was a perfect
No, I
prompt right
know.
there.
I was like, man. That.
It still cracks me up to look at that.
That's amazing.
I mean, that's.
I know you guys, when you see our event covers, you're like, oh, the show's got to be good. If that's that good.
Yeah, Haley
Oh.
did the creepy crawly ones where we had to make like insects, and she put like half a dozen on them. I'm like, my God,
Yeah.
save some for the rest of us.
Burrito butterflies. I love those. All right. John, are you ready to do your first pin click
Yeah.
presentation? All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Let's see.
Now, where did you start?
I started with the celebrity first, then moved to the animal.
Okay.
All right, sweep the leg, Johnny.
Oh my goodness. Dude, those eyes are piercing, man. There's no denying who that is. That's so funny.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
God.
how it'd end up, but that's
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
who do you guys think it is?
Oh,
Who do
that
you-
is Mr. Phoenix.
All right, thank you. I was hoping you weren't going to say Kevin Pollock.
No, dude, those eyes, those eyes, and then
that
that little beard that he has around it, dude. There's no denying who that is.
Thank
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I have zero doubt that he is going to be in my dreams tonight, haunting.
It's just the piercing eyes.
Dude, walk
Yeah.
us through your process.
At first, I was gonna take kind of the low hanging fruit of the like a phoenix, and I was like, it's too easy, and so I was looking for just the sheer like performance that can come out of his eyes. The mouse lemur seemed like the best choice, so yeah, it just started out. It was just looked at a bunch of different photos, so it's not one photo of him or anything. It's just a bunch of different
Yeah,
ones to get his-
references.
yeah, characteristics, and then just did the line work and then the coloring on top. But
I really like the line work.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I love that.
Just the shapes in
Beautiful
the
line.
fur. It's simple, but it's really effective.
Yeah.
The cross
Could
hatching.
you
and
imagine Ben Affleck's Phoenix tattoo on his back? But with
Yes.
his face.
Rachel, imagine seeing this from behind and it just spins around. And
Yeah.
it looks like a normal animal and it just spins around and looks at you. Just got that. Oh my
Got Brooke
gosh.
laughing so hard she can't breathe. So
No,
Nice.
Homebody, that is Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
they've taken Joaquin Phoenix and made the. Oh my God, that's so funny.
What did you do this in?
Photoshop,
In Photoshop.
Nice.
just with a Wacom or a Cintiq. So
Those eyes, just that smug smirk on his face.
I know.
Like exactly what Rachel said. Like just imagine, like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, and it just whoosh. Just shoot you with that
tried to
smirk.
give him the creepiest sneer I could. You
Yeah.
know,
It
Oh my
truly
goodness.
is. He's very frightening, actually.
excellent.
No, Homebody, it's totally fine. That's the whole point of the whole prompt for this month is that we're taking celebrities and turning them into animals. Yeah, it's shocking how well, like, I wouldn't have made that connection either. Like,
No.
but this
When I was doing it, I'm like,
so,
I don't know if this is the one, but we're gonna find out, and it all kind of came together. So
it's so well done.
thank you.
Dude, yeah,
Awesome.
I love that.
I can't stop laughing at it. It's not. I mean, it's not like funny, but it's
Well,
funny.
it's
It's
supposed
weird.
to.
Oh, the
It's supposed to be
technique
a little
is great.
funny.
This picture is great. It's
You
just
know.
hilarious, dude.
It's just the beard, like it looks like it belongs. Like, oh,
For a
Like-
second, I was afraid it was gonna look either too much like Kevin Pollock or Jack Black, so I had to really kind of balance it and fortunately the cleft lip does provide a lot
that
of
honestly, that looks
information.
that would be one thing to look for, but honestly, it was the eyes that nailed it perfectly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Thank you.
The eyes
Exactly.
and the eyebrows,
Goes back to what I
absolutely,
said.
no question.
Them eyes. Gotta nail those eyes.
And the eyes and the longer nose and the bit oversized nose. Yeah, the cleft, like you got that in there, and I noticed it, but that was like third on the list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's Joaquin Phoenix."
Yeah.
Mission
So funny.
accomplished. Thank you.
It's
like-
intriguing me how like you're mentioning people that you're afraid it look like that I don't notice look similar until you point it out like that.
Good.
Like, oh wait, there are some similar traits.
Yeah, maybe I should be quiet. Maybe I shouldn't
Yeah.
say.
It's all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a dated reference, but it definitely looks like it could have come out of Mad Magazine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's high praise. Thank you.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's something that I wouldn't like if he was a guest star. If they brought back the Muppet Show and they had him as a guest, I would love to see them make a Muppet body for him, like
Truly terrifying.
just
Truly
being up in a
terrifying.
tree branch heckling people, like just being weird.
Oh, he gets in up there with Waldorf and
Go
What's his name?
yeah,
Statler and Waldorf.
like he's
Yes.
Waldorf's like pet.
I don't know. I would be terrified of any person that let this sit on their lap.
Yeah,
Power move.
He's innocent.
it is a
He's
power
sweet.
move. Like
He's a sweet boy.
this thing's frightening, and I love it. What does that say about you?
$20 says he has sharp teeth.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
or absolutely perfectly straight normal human teeth, which is even more creepier to me. Like,
Yeah.
like his teeth are too perfect. With a body like that, how can it be so?
It's uncanny.
It's
Why does
uncanny.
that dog have veneers?
awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks for letting me show it, guys.
yeah, yeah. That's
great.
a hell of a
That's
debut,
great.
man.
Well, officially, welcome to the Pin Clique.
Yeah.
You fit right in.
Thank you for having me.
What an entrance.
Yeah, I know.
What a first impression.
Welcome to the snake pit, buddy.
You should have put a frog in his hair. Is my only comment.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Needed
this
more
whole thing, it's a
fauna.
snowball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give. Oh,
Well, real quick, I need to know, do you like building civilizations, surviving dinosaurs, or drinking hero tea? Commercial time. If you do, Psycho Games has a
I haven't signed up for any of
game
this.
studio. I've been listening to podcasts that trick me into the commercials. They just, I mean, I guess I gotta learn from those.
No. You
Just
shouldn't.
work it in. Placo Games is a small two-person board game publishing company out of Springfield, Missouri. I am half of that team.
Mm.
We currently have 3 games. They're small box, they play quick, they play straight out of the box, fun for a multitude of ages. And you can learn more about these games and purchase them all right now and get them out of my attic at playcogames.com. So go buy some games. Okay. Back to the show.
Woo! It's not often that Deanna gets to talk about herself. Actually, no, she actually gets to all the time, and she should. She just doesn't remember to, or doesn't remember
Yes.
to.
Did I
And
introduce myself this episode?
You did this time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only took 3 seasons to remember.
Does anyone? Okay, so Homebody. Does anybody remember the '99 Alice in Wonderland where Whoopi Goldberg was Cheshire Cat?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's apparently that's what that reminds me of. Like honestly, I think that's a pretty good pull.
Yeah.
Like
That's pretty Yeah, for real.
that was a really
The
good pull.
chick from Napoleon Dynamite, wasn't she Alice? Gina Marino.
Yes.
Oh, from Waterworld.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never put that together. But
Sorry,
you're
that's my
right.
reference.
That was the one with Martin Short in it too, right?
Yes.
I have
And
that DVD. I can see the
Uh,
cover in my brain right now.
it was like Gene Wilder. It's like one
Oh,
of his
yeah.
last things ever. He was the mock turtle.
That's right. Yeah,
Sweet.
dive.
man, that's obscure pull. Yeah, but no, everybody knows it, man. Absolutely.
Deep cut.
It's
Deep
like
cut.
it's like that's a multiverse that everyone just thought didn't exist, so we blocked it out. But no, it's totally there. Like, that's such a good cast.
Yeah. No, that was solid.
All right. Well, we're ready for another celebrity. So I'm going to pick Cliff.
All right.
I swear, if you did one on me, I'm so flattered.
Boom. So did you start with celebrity or animal?
So this one was really hard for me. All the other ones I've had an idea right away, and this one I couldn't come up with anything. And when I did finally get an idea, I couldn't settle on a balance of like animal or human or some mix of the two. So I tried a bunch, did a bunch of sketches, sent them to my wife, and she says like, yeah, those are okay. Yeah, those are all right. And then she sent me a name, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's the one. So it's pretty low hanging fruit, but
That's like the saying of the night. We should have had a counter on this episode.
Everybody thinks that their choice was so obvious, and all the rest of us are like, "That's brilliant."
I know you guys have been saying. I'm like, no, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, that was
Obvious.
better than nothing.
This right here.
That's funny.
This. Oh my god! I knew immediately who that was. Immediately
Yeah.
who that was.
I'm thinking Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, he might as well have
Okay.
been holding
Yeah.
oatmeal.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the
seriously.
mustache, which is
Diabetes.
And
that.
the glasses.
The glasses, how they're,
Yes.
how they're like, even how
I
the
thought-
eyes are spaced with the glasses
Right.
compared to like his
I s-
mustache and stuff, the proportions. That could have been anybody else, but the way he did it,
Right.
he was like Wilford Brimley. Even the head
Well,
shape.
Yeah.
of-
It was the glasses, but it was also
Forrest.
the shirt. Because honestly, I thought it was the other guy from MythBusters, but I'm like, nah, he doesn't dress like that shirt. It was actually more of the shirt that made him look a little more Midwestern than that, and it was the glasses that kind of tipped it for sure.
Dude, that's excellent.
That's awesome.
And so he looks happy.
Instantly tell.
He just looks so proud. Look at him.
I don't know. I know something about the mouth area. I just like the expression.
Rachel, yeah, he's such a happy walrus. I'm with you.
Cliff, was this in pencil first? Did you draw
Yeah.
this by hand?
Yeah, this is pencil and then a little bit of digital color on it.
That looks so good, man.
It's also the first one we've gotten that breaks the eye rule.
Yeah.
You can't see the eyes still.
Oh, that's
Right.
true.
Point.
Well, I mean, but that's part of his look, though, isn't it? I mean, because
Yeah.
he has really small eyes, anyways. It's one of those things where it's like for a good caricature, you just capture certain very just specific features, and then the rest of it just kind of falls into place.
Yep.
And that one was
Crazy
hard,
how
even
the-
with the glasses, even with the eyes. Like honestly, the mustache was the biggest lead, and it was still like, yeah, so you definitely paid attention. Like,
Yeah.
Even the nose somehow. The nose.
Yeah.
looks-
right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When
Exactly.
you have a face that big and a mustache that big, everything else just kind of fits where it can. Like,
He had the right head shape. Like his
Right.
overall head shape fits just right.
Yeah.
diabetes.
Yeah. This was
Oh,
one where if it was animal or celebrity, which one came first? They kind of went at the same time for this one. There was
Huh.
Dude, this is jokes. I love it. Yeah. But like
I feel like he's
Don was
on
saying,
vacation.
the nose.
he ate a lot of oatmeal. So
Oh,
He looks so confident.
yeah.
This is
Yeah,
the
I-
first one I'd be fine with having a plushie of.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I can see them
Somebody
selling
out
those
there,
too.
internet land, please make this. Make like 10 of them so we can all buy them.
Yeah.
Right.
We want 10 Walrus Brimleys. 10.
Walrus Brimley.
That's perfect.
I didn't even realize the name was like there's a deal. That's funny. Walrus Brimley.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the little details.
Oh, there's Walrus Brimley, and then there was another one earlier tonight that was hilarious. I can't remember. Crap, I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart right now.
Buscemi bird.
But Shimmy Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The alliteration, man, it always sells. Like you can't.
But Shimmy Bird.
Sweet.
Ridiculous.
He's over here doing technical things. Out for a second. That was awesome.
That
No.
was.
All right. We are down to 4 more. Josh, we've waited a season to see something from you. Why don't
All
you
right.
pick one?
I'm down.
So what was it? Celebrity or animal?
It was the celebrity first. So has anybody? Well, I guess I'll just wait to show it. Yeah, as soon as I saw the celebrity, I was like, "Yep, that's exactly what I think."
Has everybody said that so
like.
far? Oh no.
But let's see. I had a hard time like choosing a celebrity, but then once I saw who it was, I was
Yeah, that is good.
Oh, it's
I've
like
been so busy with like schoolwork this semester that I only had like an hour before the show to do this.
Oh my god.
It's not the first time we've heard that this year.
you know, yeah. There's some people that
That's
are
pretty
actually,
good for an hour.
Yeah.
we've had people like drawing on camera, like, "What are you doing?" Like, shut up.
Oh, yeah. Business. Oh, this is great.
Okay.
Anybody guess what it is? Who it is?
I don't know if I'm right. I'm seeing Gal Gadot.
Nope.
She
Has
looks
anybody
familiar,
watched,
but I don't know her name.
His Dark Materials. It's on HBO Max.
Mm-mm.
I haven't watched it.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
let me
sorry,
show
I don't.
you
Yeah.
the reference.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
I can see,
I've
yeah.
seen her face. I recognize the face, but
Now I'm picturing that picture with a beak.
All right.
but
Yeah,
no, that's
a
like
pretty-
that's what I mean. It's just like that sour look on her face, like
Yeah.
it's totally
That's
like
kind
a
of
Daffy Duck, like
pronounced
annoyed look on her face. Like it's
Her name is Ruth Wilson.
Ruth
Yeah.
Wilson. Okay.
Yeah, she's a badass on the show. She's pretty ruthless.
Apparently,
Yeah,
it was in fact duck season.
She was in Luther with Idris Elba as his Moriarty, and she was solid in that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I'd seen it. Yeah,
And this was
she-
done traditionally too.
yeah.
No, this was done in an app called Manga Paint.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
did,
man.
Like the regular pen brush on it.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I haven't heard that. I mean, because I know Clip Studio, right, became Manga. Was that, or is that the other way around?
Manga Studio became Clip Studio.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
It's
like
a solid
whole-
program.
It's like it's like a free app.
Sure.
Like it's not like Manga Studio. I think it's just like Manga Paint or something. So it's just like an off-brand kind of free doodad. But I like to use it because it doesn't eat up as much battery as like Photoshop would.
Oh, sure. Right. Yeah. And honestly, Photoshop mobile is butts.
No, it stinks.
Sorry. That's your term, Gary. I stole it. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, dude. I'll go with it all
Adobe
day.
is showing their ass when it comes to the mobile. See, I did it again. When it comes to
I'm
the
always
mobile.
intrigued with hair. I love the curls in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that probably took the longest besides doing like her eyes. Because I would just like scribbled them in there and then didn't really like it. So I ended up erasing, but then going back and like rendering more. So it was kind of an experiment.
Yeah.
I've been
Homebody
loving
called
what
it.
you guys
Yeah.
been-
They know what's up.
I love what you guys have been doing. Like you and James had, where it looks like this looks like a drawing you put on paper.
Mhm.
Like, it looks like an ink drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like how that
Like you
you
scribbled on the
almost
back.
don't know. That's why I had to ask again. I was like, is this a drawing? But yeah, I like that. You know,
Yeah.
Haley does that too sometimes with her work, and I kind of do a double take because it's like, did you paint that? Is it digital? Like, how'd you do that? But yeah, kudos to you guys for doing that. Look, that's
Yeah.
neat.
Thanks. Yeah, I had fun with it. I just had been so busy and then I just knocked it out and I was like, yep, I just got to go for it.
Brag about it.
Yeah,
No, man, it's always cool though. Like that's just the way it is. Like, and that's something that Draco even mentioned. Is sometimes the pressure helps. Like we have like this is the first season where we actually had stuff lined up for each month ahead of time, so that we knew, because for the first 2 seasons we set it up to where we're like, well, we'll just let them, like, we'll give them an idea and then they tell us what they want to see, and then honestly we wouldn't get our prompts until like the week before. So, or sometimes on a good month, we'd have 2 weeks. We'd be like, oh, yeah, let's do this. We can nail this. And then we still waited till like 2 days before. So, so it's like, it's a bad habit, but it's also like, that's just the way crunch time makes you make decisions. And it's just like,
Yeah.
look, all right, that's it. It's done. I can move on with my life. And you have to embrace
Well,
it.
that's another weird thing that we kind of put in the show too. It's like, get used to deadlines, because there have been artists on here who weren't used to deadlines, and a lot of us on here who are. We're just like, okay, yeah, all right, you've got like an hour. Like, Josh was just like, okay, cool, it's a deadline. All right, I met my deadline.
Well, I know with me, it's like, so long as I wrap my head around the idea, all I have to do is just make it. Like, the worst part of it is deciding on what I'm doing and getting a mental picture of it and having a plan. After that, even if it takes me 6 hours to do it, like, I'm fine with that, because I already, like, the stress is actually gone. It's just, but this month we had most prompts already planned way ahead. Like, you can read ahead, and we actually have artists that are like, oh yeah, I want to get involved on that, and they had months to plan for it. Still not surprised that they waited until the day of.
Right.
Okay, but here's another view on that I'm curious about. If you guys start super early, aren't you going to keep messing with it and
Absolutely,
messing with it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna pull a Haley and just do multiple, because you can't decide.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them that I actually have alternate versions of because I didn't like them. Yeah, you never stop thinking about it unless you have a new project to start on. You just keep picking at it.
That was awesome. Well, now, commercial time.
Woo.
What are you going to do after the excitement and fun of 4th of July is over? Go to Tremendicon!
Oh, yeah.
How's that one?
I guess so.
I guess so. Yeah, you guys
You
have
better
to.
be there.
Yeah, I'm contractually obligated.
Tremendicon is the 3-day multimedia creators convention that is going to make its second year. I thought it said second year debut. That's incorrect. They got a debut. This is their second year. It will be July 7th through 9th at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in Springfield, Missouri. Let me see. It is dubbed a playground to create and collaborate because it is put on by creators, for creators, and the people that love those tremendous creations. Okay, I thought my camera froze again for a second. I'm sorry.
We should have just stayed still.
I mean, that was clever. I was like, is she waiting for an applause? Because I'll totally clap to that. I didn't want to be rude.
All right, but Tremendicon covers the creative tracks of artists, writers, game design, cosplay, comic books, makers, and multimedia, which encompasses theater, music, and film. And then we also have a kids track, so we can make creative little nerds out of your young ones. So please bring them, and we will have content for them, content for the adults, content for everybody. This is also a all-volunteer nonprofit, and the majority of the proceeds for Tremendicon go to Ozarks Food Harvest here in the Ozarks. And the remainder of the profits go toward the efforts to support and encourage people that are pursuing a field in the creative arts. Let's see. Weekend passes are on sale. Vendor booth sales are open. You can find them at tremendicon.com. Let me pop up a picture real quick. Nobody reminded me. I blame you all.
I did, like,
Tremendicon. Let me see, tremendicon.com, July 7th through 9th, 2023. So they will also be announcing guests as soon as the agreements come back signed. Some of them have gone out. It's all a process, people, behind the scenes. But yeah, yet another amazing convention coming to Springfield, Missouri, the hub of creativity of the United States. Of the world.
Amy Kern, welcome in. Awesome to see you. She goes, woohoo,
now-
Tremendicon. Like that image pulled her out of hiding. She's like, oh, hey. She was probably just hanging out, lurking. She saw the pic.
Mr. I can't go first or last. I think we should probably do you since we're down to 3 more.
Oh man, down to 3 more. Okay.
Hey.
I picked the celebrity first. And when I picked him, I was like, oh, it's obvious.
I got it right away.
Yeah,
I told some of them, we were in a meeting and Gary's like, I shared that photo, look at it. And I just busted out laughing mid-meeting.
yeah. All right, let's see.
Oh, immediate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's no denying right away.
Oh man.
Final.
And it's like the teeth
Little gap in
and the actual
teeth.
tattoo was the second and
Yeah.
third detail. Everything like it's
The eyes for me.
it was the
man.
eye. It was the shape of the eyes
Yeah.
and the cheekbones and everything. Like just the shape of it. Yeah,
Man,
That's so
talk about a
perfect.
good print.
yeah.
Man.
That's a print.
You can hear.
Yeah,
it.
well, that's what Deanna was like. Oh, you should like tag these celebrities. I was
You
like,
should,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna get beat up. No.
He'd love
No, I
this.
think he
Why
might be
would he?
He'd
Tiger.
love this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiger's a good one. Yeah.
Tigers are cool. Yeah,
Didn't he own one?
Yeah,
yeah. He
when I
owned a
hit it, I
few.
was just like, dude, no, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. And yeah, here we are.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's amazing.
I like how his tattoo is like in this, almost like it's a natural part of his face stripes.
Yeah.
Like it's
Exactly.
like it was actually very. That was the teeth and then the eye, like the tattoo. Like honestly, those should have been the biggest, most discernible features, but you captured it in his eyes first.
Yeah.
Even in the eyebrows, the way they spike up like that, like so interesting.
I'm glad that I was so afraid that like you guys would see like, who is that? No, I'm so glad that you guys got who that was. Because again, this was a hard exercise. It really, really was hard. You know, because you do have to find that line between like who looks like what and what looks like who kind of thing. But luckily, I looked at his face and I was like, okay, here's how I'll break down his features. And it was perfect because if you look at him, he kind of has a cat-shaped head.
You got that really strong brow and the cheekbones,
Yeah.
like really high cheekbones.
Mhm.
I love all the colors together too. I love it when you do bright and fun.
Yeah.
I'm so used to seeing dark and nightmarish.
Yeah, you're kind of curving the what would Gary do.
I
It's
was
like,
gonna
well, apparently
say,
it's not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
What would
It's
Gary
nice
do?
to
Bright
see
colors.
Gary. It's nice to see Gary exploring a warm palette for like the first time ever.
I know everything I do is like cold and like the warm is like the red of like someone's eyes or something. It's like God, I gotta start getting into this. Man, come on now. So yeah, I like that I get to do some funny, brighter stuff like this.
Well,
I'm so glad you guys
we
like
got- I can hear the lisp.
Yeah.
This is so good. It's people imagining what a tiger with a mouthful of teeth would sound like. It's great. See, Brooke says, "Isn't this the movie he owns in The Hangover? What, him as a tiger? Like, like, yeah." And overall, everyone agrees you have to tag him. Like, I'll show up and I'll help you if he wants to beat you up. I don't know how much
Gary's
help
not
I'll
here
be,
next month.
but-
We'll know what happened.
Yeah, I'll definitely post this one for sure. So, yeah. Yeah, and it makes me want to do more stuff like this. Like I want to try this again with like other celebrities and like famous
I started thinking it would be hilarious just for us if you guys drew each other as animals.
Oh, that's I see what you mean. Isn't this the animal he owns in the hangar? You're right. Yeah, he actually owns a tiger, or used to. I don't know if
Yeah.
he still does.
He's a big fan of him.
Yeah, he's a big tiger fan. Yeah, that's right. I understand what you're saying now, Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you drawn him as something tiny and squeamish, yeah, I wouldn't tag him, but I'd tag him on this.
Yeah.
I just keep hearing him say the Tony the Tiger tagline with his lisp.
I know.
And that's kind of what Rachel did. That's kind of what we have in chat is people trying to recreate his tagline with his, his lisp on top of a mouthful of teeth and.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Well done, man.
Yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
really
Yeah, the
good.
whole
That was
what would
really
Gary do is changing. Like apparently it's going to be pretty and colorful now. I guess that's.
That's another one of my favorite things about this show, though. You guys that come back often start trying new things and different things, and
Yeah.
I can usually still guess whose is whose without looking at the names, but not always anymore, which is cool. So.
I like picking up stuff from like all you guys too. I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't have thought about like doing my colors and underlaid like that or approach this like this or but yeah, I think that's really cool too. And I think that's what helps us all change. So it's like there's just this constant flow of information and and learning from each other. So I think that's pretty cool. Well, for me anyway, I can't speak for everyone else, but
Well, you got to keep up. You're like, well, he did something badass last time, so I got to at least try.
Right.
at least
And that's kind of the position I'm in. It's like,
All right, then there were two.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
I'm feeling rock, paper, scissors, I think. Eric and Nate, I think you should rock, paper, scissors to see who goes next.
All right. Hopefully the delay doesn't ruin it. Don't cheat. Okay.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I got rock.
All right.
I'll still go if you want me to, though. I just want to see if I could win.
Damn it, Nate.
Yeah, you won. You get to pick if you go now or later.
Oh, I'll go now.
Okay.
So, mine was technically it was color that inspired everything else, but it was I chose the animal. Technically, it was the animal, but figuring out what animal, who would fit the animal, actually came down to the color. And so I'm gonna bring it, and hopefully I've been reluctant to open the window because I don't want it to pop up on the other monitor. So if you see a folder pop up. Okay, good. It's not okay. 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 So I'm gonna share screen, I think. Possibly.
Maybe.
Okay. Yep, I knew I was gonna mess that up. Oh well. Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. What is it, kerfuffle?
This is one I might not tag.
Yeah.
Tag him. I want to read about it on Fox News.
Yeah.
So I went back to my original like style of sketch in. I sketched it in Procreate. I used a lot of all the coloring was done in Procreate, but I pretty much sketched it. I went into Illustrator to do all the line work. I changed the line weights the way I wanted them, and then I brought them back in. And instead of using Photoshop, I used Procreate to color, and I was playing with some of the texture brushes. But essentially, this was one of those things. Like we had, I think 16 or 17 people lined up for this episode, and the last time, and usually we try to shoot for no more than 12. So I originally was just like, I'm gonna back out because I'd rather have new artists or other people in than because I've been every episode. But last time I did that, we actually had a huge wave of people that had to drop out, and I was like, well, technically I could have presented. So I wanted to come up with at least something small and quick. This maybe took me an hour just because it's my old art style that I was used to just cranking out, work with. But I thought it was a funny and cute enough idea. But no, I thought what do I call it? The Trumpopotopus or Trumpopotamus is what it is. But it was really like, and it's like like a hungry hippo was kind of the idea I went with the ketchup and the So no, this was a lot of fun. It was actually kind of cool because I've been trying to try different different styles, different approaches, and I'm still not done experimenting with my art style and trying different ways of doing things. Because, like Gary said, you know, I've seen a lot of the way you guys layer textures in different colors and using different color palettes that I've never used before. So I've been kind of touching on that a little bit in the last few, but this one is, I don't know, it's kind of refreshing to go back and just, you know, do my forte. You know what I mean? Like it was, but at least I did it in Procreate mostly this time, so I still learned something. But I don't know, I guess I was just happy to be involved in this episode. So
it cracks me up.
I like that you and James are starting to get a little bit more painterly with your stuff.
it's just, it's a
Brave
matter of
into the
time.
territory of paint. Ooh.
I have a handful of time lapse videos on my iPad from when you were doing sessions and stuff at the convention table. Remember when we had the display up and you were painting? And I honestly just watching your process, like, because you don't do the hard line style. You're not, you know, like, you're absolutely geared for cartoons if you wanted to, but that's not your style. So it's like, all right, so how do you build shapes out of tones and values and lighting? And so I definitely foresee myself going in that direction, especially with tattooing. It's already showing, like, in my tattoo, which is weird because that's not at all what I do in anything else. But it's been valuable to, like, look at the lighting first. But I don't know, I had a fun, this was always fun. This will always be what I do. This will always be Potbelly Mammoth. This will always be, you know, kind of my jam, but it's just fun.
Line
But
work is so clean. It'd make like an amazing sticker, or it's, you know, something you could tell from what it is from even really far away.
well, I figured I had to reference the eyes. The picture of him, and here's the thing: I have Trump in my fucking in my search history, so I had to stomach that one. But I had to get the, and in the picture he had this like really weird like bird lip look on his face, and I was like, I can't really recreate that. And I kind of did, but not really. But it was the eyes that was most important. So I figured if I got the hair swoop in the eyes, the rest would fall into place. Yeah. The color alone would probably help. So
yeah.
Color helps a lot.
Great color.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. But no, it's the Trumpopotamus.
Oh, night.
I gotta push for more of you guys naming them because you always come up with the best names.
Sometimes the names is the hardest part. So if you come up with the name first, that just inspires everything.
Huh. Ooh. I'm constantly just thinking of prompts all the time for next year.
Brooks tag it.
It's a weird word. Draw that. Draw that. So Eric, what have you got for us tonight? Did you start with celebrity or animal?
So I started with my celebrity. And also you're gonna have to let me in.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has to double dip.
All right, I didn't realize Cliff got bumped off at one point.
Oh no.
He's coming back.
He's back.
I hope he hasn't been waiting for a while because I just saw. I'm trying to let you in, Eric.
Hi, Cliff.
There he is.
You missed the party.
Sorry.
We cloned Eric. So now you're caught up. Eric on the computer.
It's not cooperating with me. Hang on.
Is it in the server at all? Or is it still
Connecting audio, it says, but
yeah, let's try this again.
well, I can share it if you can't get it to work.
Okay. We can just share it from your screen. So much easier.
Please tell me it's Sarah Jessica Parker as a horse. My last hope.
Not get your wish, sorry.
I gave him $10 and everything.
God, I had a free Walmart gift card and everything. You guys.
All right, you guys get ready.
I don't
Here
go to
it
Walmart
Oh.
You
Okay.
guys recognize him?
I can't guess.
Is it Woody Allen? Woody Allen?
It's Mitch McConnell.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh my god.
Man, let's rock my candy cane.
That was my natural inclination for a turtle character, but the hair threw me. I never realized he had such a mane.
yeah, I guess so. I guess the hair just threw me. Yeah,
It was there for just a couple minutes during COVID, I believe.
That's
Man,
awesome.
The jowl is perfect.
Yeah.
Just a little
Thank
wrinkly. Yeah.
See, I thought it was a snake at first.
So
Before I realized
yeah,
they were leaves.
Rachel called it. The turtling gave it away as a Mitch for me. Like Rachel saw it. Yeah.
Nice
The
like
rendering's
skin
really good.
texture. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When we first started doing this series during the show, and Eric was in, like, he's like, "Man, you guys make me feel bad. All I did was pencils." But then it's like, if you look at his pencil work, it's like, my God, you put far more into pencils than we ever do. Like,
I know.
like he could honestly just take his pencil work and just jack down the contrast and jack up, jack it and do his own inks. Like, he doesn't even need to ink most of his stuff. Just the shape language is always.
Yeah, the variation in hatching to denote different types of scale and stuff is really well done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the eyes and the neck, just the subtle wrinkles in his neck.
It seems like in a lot of these, making them into animals make them far more lovable than their real life.
I know, like these animals, like I would take a turtle, McConnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel, I hate that I like this so much because I hate that man. It's like, on honestly, of all the ways that you could have made fun of him, like, this is actually kind of a compliment. So
yeah,
if I had any type of critique, that's a swing and a miss. But
made him
Everybody
charming.
wants a plushie.
because we need to start, like, if we ever needed to introduce, like some kind of like constructive criticism, I guess that's all I got. Like, that's.
I don't know. I don't know. Again, to choose our phrase for tonight, it was the low hanging fruit. Mitch McConnell as a turtle was right there.
Yeah, he's kind of got that Austin Powers hair. I didn't realize just how. I think you gave him more glorious locks than, because I don't really look at him that much.
Glorious.
Well, I have my reference photo on my computer, but apparently I can't share from my screen tonight. So.
I love that. Yeah, the line weight, man. I can't get over all the line weight.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
Thank you. I've actually been exploring graphite core pencils again for a minute. I haven't drawn like that in forever.
Oh yeah. What do you normally use?
Figured out that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What do you normally use? Like, what did you use before? Because you usually add, like, you do watercolor on top, don't you? After.
Yeah, I've been drawing with like an 03 mechanical pencil. Like.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Super tight, always sharp in there, like.
Right, because I was saying, we talked about that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And leave it to you to always do, like, I don't know if you just get bored or but like your cross hatching, like in the background of the circle, like you always have some sort of pattern texture. It's something.
It just has to be finished out,
It's like, what do I fill this with? I don't know, something more complicated than necessary, and it always comes out awesome.
Yeah, there's always some very heavy, like, graphic element to it, some shape or something that makes it, like, again, if I didn't dislike the man so much, I'd say this would be a good t-shirt design.
Right, it's like you just somebody who wouldn't really make the connection, somebody who's not as, like, pop is culturally, aware as, like, me, for example, would wear it, like, this cute turtle shirt, and you,
Yeah.
yeah, like what? It's a beautiful turtle.
That would actually be a great way. The campaign manager needs to think of that. He needs to use that to get people to wear.
Yeah, just the mixed reactions.
Yeah. People don't know they're pulling for you, but they are.
Yeah. It also looks like Judge Judy with her glasses on. That's a good call too. Like when she, I mean, just the hair, because the different layers of the hair. Like I totally see that too.
Yeah. All right, so it's ambiguous, I suppose.
Well, no, I mean it's just the, you know, like all of these are 100%. Like it's absolutely there. Don't let my lack of attention.
No, yeah, I can't unsee it.
Because that's the thing.
for
There's been
sure.
like Rachel immediately saw exactly who it was. Like don't let me be a judge of. Yeah, I'm just not aware of most things.
Well, it also seems like a lot of the photos they put out of him are very waddle forward. Like they're all like taken at like a slightly down angle up, like under his chin
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, it makes you think about just how the person is normally presented too.
Jeez. Yeah, that's like basic stuff they teach you early on. Is, you know, certain angles are not flattering.
Anybody that takes selfies know that. All right. Now our final sponsor.
Rachel, waddle forward will be a phrase I can't unhear. These are technical terms. These are people from the industry.
All right, well, our final sponsor, I have 3 of the founding members of Clever Kaiju here, and the 5th Kaiju. So,
yeah, it's a whole family. Well, no,
so you
Isaac
guys
isn't here.
tell everybody about the wonderful collective that is Clever Kaiju.
Sure. Yeah. So Clever Kaiju is a visual art and animation studio that has major backbone and emphasis on outreach, community, and education. It's a studio that's comprised of myself, Gary Bedell, James Rutherford, and Isaac Crawford. And we like to joke that, or maybe I like to joke, maybe it's a bad joke, nobody's told me otherwise, but Eric is kind of our 5th Beatle, so to speak. But no, the founding members, we were the 4 founding members. We decided that when we wanted to pull together a studio and pull our skills and all the years of experience and build something of our own, we thought it wasn't just enough to make another studio or make a production team, but instead to also bring in other really talented people from all over, people that we know, people we haven't met yet, and just build an online community during COVID to help us teach others, up and coming artists, beginning artists, all the way to like industry professionals and their experiences, and also kind of build the studio with these people, but also like to reach out and educate others, like in person and through means of like social media, like our YouTube channel and such. So Clever Kaiju is what, 4 years in the building, and it's taken off like during COVID. Like the online community that we built on our Discord has grown considerably, and we have a lot of activity, a lot of show and tell where we have opportunities for people to show off what they're proud of, or post work that they're working on and could use some advice or some ideas about how to go about it, and also just to kind of slowly build a community to where they feel like they're not, you know, that lonely island that most artists think that they are when they're first starting out.
Yeah, so you guys check out their cleverkaiju.com. It gives you links to everything Nate just mentioned. And the Discord, I'm just in there to occasionally say, hey, pin clicks happening, or just to, you know, watch from the sidelines.
Deanna's kind of like, if we, like me and like the other members are like the Planeteers, she'd be like Gaia.
I like that. I like that. I'm the honorary member that doesn't draw at all. So, but
yeah,
I watch, and it's so entertaining. And
Yeah,
it's
she's the boss lady that we can't afford, but sticks around anyways. And
but anyway, now I think we're into the plug zone. I have been links in the Facebook chat as we go along to where you can find these wonderful creative people. But now they are going to talk about exactly where you can find them, what they've been up to, their favorite color, whatever they feel like saying. It's their plug zone. So we're going to go back in order. James, you first.
Just Instagram at jrutherfordart, or you can check me out on Discord with Clever Kaiju.
All right, Haley.
Pretty much the same thing. Instagram is the best place, and all those links are down there. The usual commissions are open. I want to make art. I want people to ask me to make art. So ask me to make art.
Okay, Daryl, what are you up to?
All my stuff is, I just completely forgot my Instagram handle. So it's probably Night's End. We're gonna go with that. Google my name, you'll find it. Yeah, this is the only art I ever get to do. So I've been working on an upcoming Sony feature, Harold and the Purple Crayon, for a while as a VFX artist, and that's 99% of my time.
And Daryl's going to be talking about VFX at Tremendicon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. With Clever Kaiju.
Oh, and then if you miss that, then we'll have a YouTube interview lined up eventually that you can go in a little more depth.
Well, and the nice thing with the Tremendicon date is I worked on a big project that will have come out just a little bit before that, so I'll actually be able to talk about it once Tremendicon is there.
I was about to ask you what it was. I'm an idiot.
Maybe he'll tell us when we turn the cameras off. John, tell everybody what you're up to, where you're at, where they can find you.
Probably the best way to reach me is through Instagram, John Osborne Art. I also use my website, osbornecomics.com. As far as what I got going on, I have my comic Frankenaut coming out May 3rd by New Friday. So it goes into previews in February. So hopefully we can get some attention on it and get it out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cliff.
Yeah, usual stuff. You can find some of my stuff at Cliff_Gamble on Instagram, and cgamblestudio.com is my website. Both of those are pretty out of date. I also joined the Discord not too long ago. I haven't posted anything, but I'll be on there under the name of Dirty Basilisk. So
okay. No, I saw the introduction and I was like, huh. But now I get it.
That's my big complaint about Discord. Everybody has handles that don't match their name, and I have no clue.
Well,
who's
and
talking.
that's the thing is I called Draco that to their face when we were at the last drink and draw, and I understand it. Like, no, they prefer it that way. Like, oh, okay, well, easy for me, I guess. Like, I will absolutely learn your names, but until then, you're the handles that I know you by.
There you go. Gary, you. I was just saying you were next, but I just go you.
Yeah, you can check out, if you want to see just more of my portfolio stuff, you can go to my website, artistgarybedell.com. I'm under the same handle on Instagram, which if you want to see stuff that I post, like where I'm more active, Instagram and Facebook, but mostly Instagram because it's very art heavy. I just finished the Rivers of London game. You can watch my interview through Chaosium. You can see that on the Clever Kaiju Facebook, or you can see it on my artist page on Facebook, because I think I linked it there as well. What else? I've got a lot going on, doing a lot with Tremendicon. What's up, guys? And I drew Mike Tyson as a tiger.
Your move.
All right, Nate, how about you?
So let's see. So Mammoth Press LLC is kind of my overhead umbrella that for everything that I do, including I always get it wrong backwards. Potbelly Mammoth at potbellymammoth.com. Volume 1 is currently on the website. Volume 2 is actually on a Patreon, patreon.com/potbelly mammoth. I have about halfway through Volume 2. And I'll content wise. So I'll be picking that back up and finishing that before I self publish that one. I also do the Mammoth Multicade, which is I got it. Yeah, Mammoth Multicade. It's an arcade cabinet that I designed and built myself. I live stream on it, but I'm switching. I'm currently in the rebuild for season 2 of interviews that I do, where I bring in artists and entrepreneurs, and we play their favorite classic arcade games while I do an interview with them. Also, I'll be rebuilding for live streaming directly on the YouTube channel. So, Mammoth Press or the Mammoth Multicade on YouTube, you can find it there. Other than that, everything I've been doing has been building Clever Kaiju. A lot of the we're building up for a hard launch of our YouTube channel where we're going to be knocking out regular content. We have a soft launch just because we wanted the previous seasons of the Pen Clique to have a home. We didn't really promote it much, but there is content there. You can watch all of the previous content we've done in the previous seasons. And every now and then we'll leak out a little bit of video every now and then just to test certain processes and test out different things and get response. But look forward to having like a big launch coming probably, pretty soon. So that's been a lot of my focus is building Kaiju's presence. And also I'm a tattoo artist at the Body Creations Inc. on Sunshine and Glenstone, here in Springfield. So it sounds like I'm doing a lot, but that's just my life, I guess. But yeah, between tattoos and kaiju, that's Mammoth Inc. is what you can find that on my Instagram, Mammoth Inc. So you can see my active tattooing portfolio.
All right, and Eric.
Hey again. Well, so I just finished up Truck Stop Hipsters finally. That took forever. Yeah. So we're sending pitches off to publishers. I'm talking to some local galleries here in Tulsa. We're gonna see what happens with that. Let's see. If you want to find my work, it's at e.dangerright on Instagram. Probably the best place to find me.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's where they can see sneak peeks of that comic.
Yeah.
The
process was great on that.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, well, the fact that you did it by hand and I don't think there's any digital at all. It was just, you were drawing it, you were painting it. And I mean, you got to have some brass ones to paint your original.
Yeah, each page was watercolored too, right? Like you did it completely traditional. Yeah.
Sweet. Well,
Rachel, thank you for your fantastic artists. It was a great night full of great art and laughs. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for everybody in chat for hanging out and chatting with us and stuff. It just kind of makes us feel like we're cool kids, like we're actually doing something, we're on the right track. So it's awesome to have you. Thank you so much.
We're doing something right.
I was like, oh my God, they're paying attention. Because we know that, your time and your attention is extremely valuable, and it's just cool to hang out with you.
It is, and we love that when people come in later and watch it after the fact. But when you're here and you chat with us, it makes it more fun for us. Yeah. Next month, we don't have an event cover yet because I forgot to yell at anybody to do it. They'll do it if I yell enough.
There's almost a dozen of us, and none of us think of it.
Nobody got yelled at.
Dang it. Mom wasn't paying attention. But Thursday, February 23rd, a week before the Dungeons and Dragons movie comes out, I think. It's a week or 2 weeks before it comes out.
I think it's a week, actually.
Yeah. They're going to be drawing some D&D character designs. And we're actually also still talking about how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I had a new idea of how I want to do it that I threw out at Gary beforehand, but we haven't talked about it. So
should we just put stuff in a hat and draw it out randomly? You could just
Maybe. I kind of want to.
Oh yeah.
I want to divide you artists down the middle, and you each take. What are they called? It's not faction, is it? The group of adventurers, like a bard and an elf and a.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah. Different.
Classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
classes.
group of them together when they
Party.
travel.
Party.
Oh.
Party. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
the
kinda
Rolodex was flipping. I'm sure it was in there somewhere, but I didn't touch it.
in my nerd dictionary in my head.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to take half the artists and they do a party, and this half the artist does a party, and we kind of
That could be fun.
showcase them together.
That would be
Works
pretty cool.
together.
Yeah.
We need to do something with dice rolling.
Like who goes? Like who
Yeah,
goes?
I did that once. 'cause I-
Yeah. All right. That's your chooser. That's. Do we have like a D10 or whatever? That seems to be about the average.
Will
Yeah.
you present or will your character die?
Yeah.
Sorry, they didn't make it through the
It's like-
doorway.
It's like you try to roll that for someone's turn, and then I can pull out another dice and say I can counter that if I get a higher number, and you have to pick someone else instead.
See, this is why we don't really get very far
Yeah,
until
you
like the
got
last
the gears
minute.
spinning in my head. All right, if you guys want to know what we're gonna finally decide on, you're gonna have to tune in.
Yeah. But it's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons. Just know that.
Definitely
That's the
Dungeons and
cliffhanger.
Dragons. How
I
it's
don't-
presented, who knows?
Yeah.
I will talk to the dungeon master and we will figure this out. So, anybody have anything else to add? Is anybody coming to any cons in the next month?
Yeah.
I'll be at
Yeah,
Missouri.
Yeah, me too. Cool.
Oh, really?
Josh
Okay.
and Gary will be at Missouri Con.
I guess I'll have to
Yeah.
pay like everyone else and just pal around and torment people. But
Boo.
Yes,
Oh,
one of the
well.
few cons in town I have not volunteered to help with yet.
yeah, weird.
I mean, I haven't volunteered to help with. No.
Well, I guess
Why did
Corey,
that come out of my mouth?
I guess Corey Taylor is going to be there, and one of my tattoo artists that I work with. He's doing like portraits of all the Slipknot, members on one of his
cool.
clients, and he is very proud, and he should be very proud of his Corey Taylor. Like, so I want to be there at least to see him show his tattoo work off to the man himself, and
Oh,
I
there
think
we go.
he'd be pretty excited. I'll be so happy for him.
Sweet. Sweet. Is anybody doing Planet Comic Con this year?
No, I won't be.
No, I don't
there.
think. No.
I'm gonna try.
I'll probably show up as a fan, but that's usually
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
because
say,
Kevin
I'm
Eastman.
gonna go
But,
stand with the Star Trek nerds. But
yeah.
Yeah, Eric, last year you just like popped up behind me. You're like,
Oh,
hey, I'm like, oh, where's your booth? I've lost Gary's booth. Gary, I went by your booth like 5 times, and every time I looked for it, it was gone, like in Narnia. I don't know. But anyway, it was good to see you guys. It was good to see you guys in the chat. Thanks for watching, anyone that sees this later. Talk to us about it. Tell us what you thought about it and what you'd like to see next season on Pro Prompts, maybe.
Yeah.
But
We haven't made those decisions yet.
no.
Yeah.
And we have what, 8 episodes?
Usually,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have 3 episodes
50
left.
billion ideas. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's narrow it down.
3 episodes left till the end of the season.
That's crazy,
Wow.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And then we usually do like a bonus summer episode, but
Yeah, we'll think about that. If you're good, we'll do one.
Yeah. Maybe that episode where they finish the things they didn't finish, we keep teasing. We'll finally.
Yeah, just like in the middle of the summer, it's like, Jesus, okay, I'm gonna finish this.
Yes,
We're just all
yes.
disgruntled the whole time.
Yeah.
Just, Jesus, here, it's done.
fine.
All right.
Yeah,
Well-
exactly, Daryl. Go.
All right. Well, that's it for episode number 5 of season 3. So see you guys next month.
See
okay,
you
bye.
Later.
Bye,
Okay, cool.
Midland.
Cool ending credits, go.
That means we're not live anymore.
There we are. It's just doing a cool thing.
Okay.
Did we do like in the news where they like pretend to talk to each other, but they're totally not talking to each other? Like,